Yo, Shalom family, what's going on? All praises to the Most High, YAOH, through my priest king, YAOHSHA. Okay, so family, uh, I was hit with a message today about Solomon's temple in the What's Up app, and a brother uh, that's I guess connected or cool with my brother Moore decided that he wanted to have a discussion with me. So me, I'm on for the discussion. So I jumps on the line. Calm down. I jumps on the line with the brother, and the brother starts going all over the place talking about Solomon's temple and Adam, and everything is metaphor and nothing is real. And then he started to talk about Horus and all this old craziness, right? So I'm like, slow down, brother, slow down. What is your foundation? What is your foundation? And the brother said, well, I'm agnostic. I said, so you don't have nothing that you stand on as a means of something that I can tap into, so we can compare and contrast, right? Shalom, D Red. And this brother, just kept insisting on not having no sources. So I'm like, man, but listen, bro, you got something that you stand on. So then he went as far as to say, well, I stand on Israel Finklstine's information. I started laughing instantly. So I'm like, okay, so you stand on what about this thing? You know what I'm saying? About what he brings to the table. Oh man, well, if you don't believe in Israel Finkelstein, you don't believe in, your information is false. I'll bring archaeological work. I said, well, okay, if that's what you feel. I'm dealing with actual priest information, right? The priest information that I'm talking about it's all from the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's who actually had those fragments, those scrolls, right? Actually written, by those particular scribes and priests. And we talking about the Zadokites, right? During the time of King David. So we have some real prominent, solid information that we stand on as YAOHSHARALITE, right? In this day and time. Outside of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? But with this brother, right? He didn't even tell me his name, and I can't even shoot out his name. But I'm waiting for the brother to jump on. I told him that I would hit him with the link, and I'm waiting for him to hit it, So that's why you see the title is Israel Finkelstein information solid in our community. Because I know for a fact I don't stand on it. I don't tap into nothing that he's talking about, like nothing at all. So we're going to see what this brother have to bring to the table when it come down to this Israel Finkelstein, and how Israel Finkelstein is this brother's master teacher outside of our ancestors' information. Our priests, that was our teachers, that was our lawyers, that was our doctors, physicians, right? Our elders, pastors, preachers, right? This is why they never had any specific land of their own, right? That's why they lived amongst Israel, all of the tribes. So yeah, fam, that's what this is about. I'm gonna patiently wait for this brother to bring this Israel Finkelstein information to the family so that we can see what we missing from this Kittim, this descendant of Kittim. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move beyond the Esau thing. We gonna fast forward to Kittim, because that's who they are, right? So yeah, brother, we gonna wait patiently for this information, man. And it's crazy how, you got brothers and sisters that like to challenge us, and then you ask them about what do you stand on, brother? Well, that's not important. What absolutely is important. You have to have a foundation. You have to stand on something. If you want to have a conversation with Commander General Yashar about my heritage, oh, you best believe I'm going to dig into whatever it is that you stand on as well. Because if it ain't triumphant what I stand on, yeah, you got issues, brother. You got major issues, brother. And the brother said, give me 10 minutes. Right? That was at 12:56 when he said that. So, all right, brother. You got 5 more minutes, man, before I start going in on this Israel Finklstine character, right? Because I'll be, man, I'll be beyond myself to sit here and agree with this guy here. The Bible unearthed. Ah, snap. Biblical exegesis. This is what he does. Okay. He give biblical exegesis, huh? All right. Let's see what he got to say.
So biblical exegesis. The second one, of course, is archaeology, which is highly important. And the third one is the ancient Near East. So each and every one of them has advantages and disadvantages. And I think that we have to set the background first to explain this. So let me start with biblical exegesis. We need to be aware of several facts right in the beginning. First and foremost, that the Bible does not mean to speak history.
Now, off the rip, the clown is smiling while he's saying this, fam. He's literally smiling like it's a joke. Like, this is a Jew that's supposed to be speaking about his ancient history. But he's saying that the Bible that was transliterated from the ancient scrolls is not his history. Yet, I'm supposed to take Israel Finklstine as one that has authority in understanding our heritage after he initiates a bold-faced lie off the rip in the interview. But I'm supposed to take his information serious. This is what we got to deal with concerning these agnostic wannabe whatever they supposed to be. I have no idea. But we gonna listen to this clown run his mouth real quick about his exegesis that the Bible has no history. This clown. Hold on. We're gonna back it up a little bit.
This. So let me start with biblical exegesis. We need to be aware of several facts right in the beginning. First and foremost, that the Bible does not mean to speak history. The Bible is all about theology.
Okay, the Bible is all about theology, about ideology. Yo, the Bible is not about studying the Bible, yo. It's not about studying opinions, because that's what theology is. These are opinions of silly men with no understanding of history, nor our heritage, nor were they inspired by the Creator himself to be able to give an exegesis, nor an understanding, nor, as some ignorant people say, overstanding of any information. Like, this is crazy. But this brother wants me to acknowledge Israel Finklstine as some type of authority, and that I need to listen to what this clown is saying when he don't look like us. The dude look like he dead. Like he has no spirit within him. Like, but I'm supposed to listen to this about the light, those who have the spirit of the Most High. This thing don't have the spirit of the Most High, but yet I'm supposed to be listening to this clown. Mind you, this interview was January 4th last year. Yo, this is just a year. Hold on. Let me let this clown continue.
Ideology, including territorial ideology, which really is on the margin of telling history, if you wish, but still the reason is to speak about the relationship of the God of Israel with the people of Israel, with the Davidic dynasty, the centrality of the Jerusalem temple and Jerusalem.
So he's saying all of this, right? He's saying, hold up.
There is a gap between the ostensible of Israel with the Davidic dynasty.
So he's talking about the people of Israel with the Davidic dynasty, the centrality of Jerusalem, as if they're different people, as if they're not the same nation of people. He's breaking this down like there's no connection to this bloodline people that he's speaking about. Like, are we supposed to take this serious, yo?
The centrality of the Jerusalem temple and Jerusalem in general and so on.
So now he's trying to separate Jerusalem from the temple that was in Jerusalem, as if those are two separate situations or people, or as if the land is it's a Jerusalem over here and then it's a Jerusalem where the temple is. Like, man, hold up. I need to share.
So we are speaking theology, and we scholars, researchers, we need to speak facts and data. That's the first thing to say. Secondly, about the Bible, and we will elaborate later. Secondly, there is a gap between the ostensible events, or the events, if you wish, and the moment of composition. And sometimes this gap is very long. It's a very long one. Take, for instance, King Solomon. You know, there is no question that the final touch of the Book of Kings is not earlier than the late 7th century, whereas King Solomon lived in the 10th century. So we basically have something like 350 years.
Again, now I tell you about these clowns and their numbers. This is how they try and play games with you, right? First off, you can't even count the years if you don't understand the Hebrew calendar. These things don't understand the Hebrew calendar. They go by a solar and a lunar calendar, which is absolutely false. This is why their days are off. This is why they have a Shabbat every Saturday. This is why they continue to do the wicked shit that they do. Again, their years are off. Their days are off. The months, we didn't even have names for the months. We only called the months by number, like 1, 2, 3, all the way to 12. These things change that. If it's their history, according to the archaeological facts, the data that they're supposed to accumulate, how come they haven't understood how to count properly? So for this individual to lie and say, oh, well, the gap is 350 years, it's a bold-faced lie. But again, now you have simple individuals that just like to hear numbers being spewed out their mouth. even though it don't make sense, nor do it line up with what's actual and factual when it come down to heritage and history. True history recorded. Not this theological made up shit. That's what he's doing. That's what he's giving us. This is Israel Finklstine, fam. Is the dude even here, man? What's going on? Hold on, loved ones. Let's see, man. I mean, you know, got cats that be acting like they really bought this and really with the business, and they ain't really bought this business, man. Like, what's going on, brother? What's going on, man? What's up? What's up, bro?
Yo.
What's going on, man? Hit the link, bro.
I'm trying, man. Hold on. You gotta give me a second. I'm in the car. Shit, fuck it. I'll hit it right now. Fuck it. I'll hit it. I was trying to wait till I got home, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I'm what's your name, Mark? First off.
Scheme.
Man, hit the link, bro. Hit the link, bro. Yeah, you was talking all that. You was talking all that jazz in the chat the other day. Yeah, hit the link, bro.
Oh, you talking about? Okay.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
You see me beat up on your phone?
Nah, I don't know nothing about none of that, but I'm ready for you to hit this link, though.
You next.
Yeah, we gonna see about it.
All right, I'll hit.
Yeah. Want to talk about what he did to this and what he did? Nah. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about what we talking about right here, right now. You and your Israel Finklstine. That's what we talking about.
Yo, peace.
Yo,
what's going down?
In the building, family. Source up or shut up. You know what time it is. This is what it is. So we got the brother Scheme on deck. You know, the brother, you know, we was having a conversation in the WhatsApp. You know, like I said, the same conversation that King David, you know, Solomon's temple. He just repeating what we was just listening to from Israel Finklstine. You know what he had to say. So, Scheme, why don't you introduce yourself to the family that don't know about you? You know what I'm saying? So we'll get right into the discussion.
What's going on, family? My name is Scheme, and Solar Vision Debate League. And I just basically I'm into history and comparing history with myth. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I really care about is really history, and religion just ties in. You hear me?
Yeah, so give the family a understanding of how Israel Finklstine is your master teacher, brother, and how is the reason that you have your quarrels against us Israelites today. Because that's where you get your information from, right?
He's one of my sources, but he's one of the main. He's really a source that I could just name him and just end it there. Honestly,
like I said, fam, this is why I say this is this guy's master teacher. Because he's not going to tap into nothing else because he can't. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's deal with Israel Finklstine because that's the name of the title anyway. So since Israel Finklstine is your foundation, right? Is the king of, you know, where you get your information from. Explain to us his methodology.
Okay, so he went over into the region of the Levant. He'd been over there for about over 10 years. When he was over there, they gave him and his team the rights to the sites of Megiddo, Hazar, Haran, everywhere that Abraham went and sojourned, and like Jerusalem, everywhere Solomon, David, all the sites in the biblical narrative, he went and excavated and what he found was strata and things that dated outside of the time frame that was supposed to be within the time frame for the patriarchs of the Bible.
Now hold on. What calendar did he go by to count these years that they supposed to be off?
Well, biblical scholars have put them in the Gregorian calendar.
No. Hold on.
So,
Slow down.
let me answer the question.
You see what I'm saying,
Let
family?
me answer.
You see what I'm saying? We ain't talking about biblical scholars.
Yeah, man. See, this
We're talking about Israel Finkelstein.
What is
That's
it,
who you was
Shucklebuck
just
round?
talking about. That's who you just was talking about. Now you want to go to biblical scholars.
Stay on
your master teacher, fam. No, stay on your master teacher. You talked about Israel Finkelstein.
I'm not a
That's
sheep.
what we're gonna deal with.
Listen,
you see what I'm saying? That's who I just asked you the question about. Period. I didn't ask about biblical
what is
scholars.
this?
I gave you a specific
Do you have
name.
a dagger or something?
I gave you a specific name about Israel Finkelstein, right? Because that's what you brought my attention. So now that's what we're gonna deal with. We're not gonna go rambling all about all these other biblical scholars and all that. We're gonna stick with Israel Finkelstein. What calendar system did Israel Finkelstein use to come up with these dates?
The same calendar you use, the Gregorian.
He didn't use the same calendar I use. Let us know the name of it.
Sure. I mean, all I know is he's using Gregorian calendar for dates.
Exactly. That calendar is false. We don't.
That's the dates.
Listen to me clearly. So. We as Israel do not use Gregorian calendars to count our days, our months. Are you listening to me clearly, Scheme?
There's no evidence you just
for y'all shit. Are you listening to me? Because it seemed like you scared right now.
Go ahead.
It seemed like you're nervous.
Go ahead.
You want to take up for your Israel Finkelstein,
go ahead.
Teacher, but you ain't got no information.
Too much filibuster.
So at the end of the day, again, you don't know the calendar system that he used, so you don't know the information is fact.
Okay.
Scheme, you're a guessing. Scheme.
I'm not guessing.
You are guessing. You don't even understand what you're talking about when I even asked you about the calendar, fam.
Brother, the timeline, the dates he's using is normal dates. I don't know what
if it's off. How is it off?
What's off?
Just Israel Finkelstein say that the dates is 350 years off. How is it off?
The strata, dude. Everything.
What strata?
What strata? No, the strata is only over a century off. But for example, the gates.
If the strata is over a century off, how do they get it correct?
That's one thing.
If the strata is over a century off, how do they get it correct then, brother? How do they come with statistical, factual information to present to us if it's 1,000 freaking years off? Go,
brother. Slow down. A century, first off, is 100 years. So,
brother, 100 years. So if it's
you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
So if it's 100 years off, if it's 100 years off, if it's 100 years off, how does they correct it? No information.
Brother, you getting killed on your show.
Here we go with the laughing.
You're getting killed on your own show.
How?
You don't know what fucking century means.
What have you answered?
You're not a scholar.
No. Israel Finkelstein is what? Israel Finkelstein is what?
Archaeologist that
and basing his information off of false calendars. You're talking about a Gregorian calendar being compared to ancient Israelite heritage. It's no go, buddy. You can't even mix the two. You can't even get no factual numbers from the Gregorian calendar when you're talking about ancient Israel history. But you're talking about Israel Finkelstein got some solid scientific information. How, clown?
Ancient Israelite heritage.
How?
How can you show that your calendar is historically accurate?
How?
What do you mean how? Pull up your calendar and break it down to show that it's
I'm not doing nothing. You're talking about Israel Finkelstein. No, you're talking about Israel Finkelstein, and now you don't have no information to even stand on.
Stop. Scholars use the Gregorian calendar to date events that happen within the historical timeline.
Fam.
I don't know what you talking about right now. You trying to talk about your Hebrew?
Listen, this brother right here is talking about Israel Finkelstein and his Gregorian calendar that cannot count or relate back to the information that he's supposed to be talking about, which is the biblical narrative. This is the history that he's supposed to be digging up. But he's comparing information to a false calendar, talking about they're 350 something years off. According to this clown, it's a century off. He don't even know what Israel Finkelstein
You don't
talking
even
about.
know what a
He's
fucking
talking about
century
100 years.
is.
Israel Finkelstein is talking about 350.
Brother,
How is he
that's
even
one
speaking about Israel
example.
Finkelstein,
You
fam?
forgot to bring up.
How
you
is he
forgot
even
to,
speaking about Israel Finkelstein?
you
When
forgot to
Israel
bring up the
Finkelstein
goddamn
is talking about
architecture.
350 years of the information being off, but yet this clown is talking about 100.
Hey, yo, you forgot
Come
the
on,
mud
man.
bricks
You a
that
clown,
y'all's
bruh.
using in
You a
Jerusalem that
clown,
don't
bruh.
even date to y'all's
What month?
supposedly
What month?
Davidic
What month?
kingdom.
What are you talking about?
Mud
Here we go.
brick.
Here we go.
Mud.
Now we all over the place.
Open your
now
ears.
We all
I'm
over
back
the
on
place.
topic. No, I'm
you're
on
not.
topic. I'm on
What
topic.
calendar system are
I'm
you
telling
on?
you more.
What calendar system?
Huh?
Huh? You see
Bro,
what I'm saying?
I'm not
fam?
going to
Listen
ever
this-
use the
listen to
Hebrew
these
calendar
clowns,
system. So
fam.
stop asking me
Listen
about
to this
that.
clown, fam.
Stop asking
Listen
me
to-
about the Hebrew calendar.
Well, then don't talk
bro.
about the Hebrew heritage, then, clown.
No,
don't
you
talk
gotta
about the
prove that
history
the Hebrew
of the
heritage
people,
is
clown.
real.
That's what I'm talking
Prove
about,
that
clown.
it's real.
I don't have
Prove
to prove
that it's
shit
real,
to you.
clown.
Because Israel Finkelstein just proves you wrong, clown.
How?
You a clown. You a clown, bro.
How? Because I brought up one
The information that he just brought
example.
out, he's bringing it from a false source.
You forgot about
That's
the
how.
damn Solomonic. What
That's
about the
how.
Solomonic gates?
Wow.
What about
See,
the
here we
gates?
go. Here
What
we
about
go.
the goddamn
Here we go. What
structures
gates?
that's built in
What
Jerusalem?
gates?
That's mud
What
brick.
gates?
That's not even.
What gates
do you
are
mean,
you
what
talking
gates?
about, Scheme?
The Solomonic
Source
gates
up.
in
Source
Gezer,
up.
Hazor, and
Source up. Go ahead.
source
Pull up the
something.
information.
You don't know that there's
Pull up
gates
the
there that they
information.
attribute
Source
to
up.
Solomon. That's not.
Source up,
That's
clown.
not his architecture.
Source up, clown.
All right,
Let's
bet.
go. Source up.
Easy. This nigga
Yep.
too easy.
Yeah, source up.
This shit like
Share the screen,
fucking
too.
wiping sweat off.
Share the screen.
Hell no. Hold on,
Mr.
bro.
Israel Finkelstein, master teacher over here, learning from a clown.
Hey, yo.
Man,
You don't know
listen,
about
man.
the three Solomonic
Listen,
gates
man.
in Megiddo,
What you about
Hazor,
to do
and
is you about to
Gezer?
show us right now. That's what you about to do, Scheme.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'll share
Yeah,
it,
you
fuck
about to
it.
show us. Share your screen.
On my phone. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, do it. I don't even know how to do that. No, I can't do that on my phone.
You at
Yes.
home, bro.
No,
You at
I'm
home,
not.
bro.
What are you talking about? I'm in the
You at
car.
home, bro. You at home, bro. Stop
Yeah,
playing.
bro. Listen, family, y'all can
man.
look up. Y'all can look up the Solomonic gates.
Nah. That's what we not. Matter of fact, this is what you do. Give me the source.
The
Give me
source? Okay. Shit. I'll just go right now to Google and type in Solomonic gates, and you can read about it. Cause listen up. Yeah. Cause guess what? You know what? I'm not gonna give you. What do you want? You want Israel stinkers?
Fam, you hear, family? Y'all hear this? This man just told me to Google Solomon's gates. He don't have not one source that I can go to that taps into the actual history. Israel Finkelstein got over 10 books. How come this clown ain't told me to go to one book, one source, one page, one paragraph to read this silly ass information?
Yo, I just, bro,
Come on,
obviously
fam.
that's
You a
the
clown,
name of
fam.
the goddamn shit. Is
You a
Israel
clown,
Finkelstein, the
fam.
Bible on earth.
Nah,
of course he's in there.
Nah, give me the source. The
Why
exact source.
do you
Give me the exact source. I don't want to be searching around doing all that weird stuff. Give me the exact source. Let's go.
I don't know, bro, because he actually went there. There's video evidence of him going there and telling you what we see. He's with the gates. There's video of him at the site telling you that it's not that.
Listen.
Like, you need to
pull up
that
the
up
information so that the people can read it and see it for
okay,
themselves.
no, pull up on YouTube.
We don't do the preaching over here.
All right, yeah.
We don't do preaching over here, Scheme.
All right. Go to YouTube real quick. Go to YouTube real quick.
Nah, we ain't going to YouTube, bro.
I want you to see him at the site. I want you to see him at the site.
We going to YouTube, bro.
I want you to see Israel Finkelstein at the site of Gezer.
I want to read it, bro. You got it.
I'll give you an article.
Give me a site, bro.
That's so dumb. You want to see a fucking article of this nigga telling you that the damn gates is not the architecture of Solomon? You know he's gonna say that.
Give me a source.
You're wasting my damn time with that, but fuck
you wasting your own damn time.
This shit easy, bro. You want me to give you a source or something?
That's what you're doing.
Fucking
you're here playing games with my family, and we supposed to sit here and listen to a clown talk about Google.
Your family? What are you talking about? Hold on, slow down. Nobody's playing games with nobody. I come to bring
you are playing games.
Historical.
You ain't presented one source to my family right now that's listening and watching.
I thought the source was the goddamn Bible on earth.
What? Where's your source, nigga? You don't stand on the Bible. Stop playing.
The Bible on earth is the name of the damn
You don't stand on the Bible, so go to your source. Remember, you're an agnostic.
Oh yeah, this nigga.
Remember,
Bro,
Remember
the
that.
name of
Your master
Israel
teacher
Finkelstein's
is
book
Israel
is called
Finkelstein.
The Bible Unearthed. Do you
Like
understand
I
that?
said earlier, fam. Remember when I said that earlier before you jumped this silly ass on about the Bible Unearthed by Israel Finkelstein? Remember I said that? This clown. Bring out
That's
the
all you
source.
need, bro.
Bring the paper. Bring the information. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, you think you playing with, silly nigga?
This nigga, bro. Like, what do you think? This nigga, I'm about to pull up a source that say otherwise? What the
Nigga,
fuck?
pull up the source, nigga.
All right, easy. I just do southern.edu. Oh, yeah. Easier gates. We gonna do this.
Southern.edu.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. It don't matter. What dudes? It don't matter. None of this shit matter. Because guess what? It's going off
Now it don't matter.
archaeological
You hear this
evidence,
dumb
nigga.
shit? Now
Because
it don't
it's about
matter.
it's about
Now it don't
primary,
matter.
nigga.
You a clown, man.
Not no goddamn articles.
Keep sticking your foot in your mouth, clown.
I'm giving you the primary
don't
source. And you telling
What
me
source,
you want
bruh?
another source.
What source, bruh?
I told you the damn
ain't told me nothing, bruh.
damn archaeologist that was on
You
the
ain't told
site
me
that's
nothing, bruh.
presenting the damn information to you.
You ain't
And
told
you
me
said
nothing,
give you
bruh.
another source.
No, you
And
ain't
I'm
told me
like,
nothing.
all right, I give you another source that's
his
agreeing
source.
with him.
This is his source, Israel Finkelstein. What book? Oh,
Bible on
go to the
Easy.
Bible on Earth. What page, clown?
I don't got the book with
Yeah,
me,
exactly,
nigga.
dumbass nigga. So
I'm
you
in
don't
the
know what's
car,
in the.
you
You don't
dumb
even
fuck.
know what's in the book. But you want
How
me to
the
go
fuck I
read a
don't know
book
what's in the
about
book?
something that you don't even know? You don't even have a quote
Nigga, I'm not no
from the
fucking
book.
robot. What the
The fuck
fuck?
up, man. It's your dumb ass,
Yeah,
man.
your ass.
You just a clown, homie.
Bro,
you just
this
like
was
the
the
rest of these
problem
clowns
with you
no
Hebrews.
information.
You
You
niggas
just
is
like
not
the rest of these clowns
scholars,
with
and
no
you just resort to
information.
ad
But yet
hominems.
still, you on here
You
talking
niggas have
real
no
slick
scholarship.
with no information.
Hey, get back
None
on
at
topic.
all.
Move.
None
Get
at
back
all.
on topic.
None at all, family. Here we go once again. We got another clown coming into Israel mad with nothing to bring to the table. A clown, fam, yelling and screaming with no sources, no pages. He ain't reading nothing, repeating what a pale skin say, as if that pale skin got authority. Look, coming back laughing. That's all he got. He
This
ain't
shit
said
is
nothing.
crazy,
He ain't brought
bro.
not one source, nothing from us to learn from at all. At all.
Bro.
You a clown, homie. Source up or shut up. That's what
Yeah,
we do
I know,
over here.
bro. This shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I brought you the
Where's your
goddamn
information at?
archaeologist that
Where's your
told
information?
you
You
that
ain't
this
brought
shit is
nothing.
fucking
Only thing you
not
did
from
was tell
Solomon.
us
You
you
said
preaching. Sunday
that's
school
not preaching,
preacher.
nigga.
That's
You
what you
preaching.
doing, clown.
Bro, how are you
Where's your
gonna tell me that
information?
the
Source
gates
up.
are Solomon?
Source up, man.
I told you.
Source up.
Israel Finkelstein is the archaeologist that uncovered that study.
Yeah.
That excavated that site.
What page is that?
It's not a page, nigga.
What page number is that?
It's in the book.
What page number is that?
You figure out,
What book?
nigga. Like, what the fuck?
What page number is that in the book?
I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get home.
What chapter is that in the book?
Home, bro.
What chapter is that in the book?
I'll show you when I get home.
Yeah, you don't know.
So when I show you, when I show you, is that a cut?
You don't know, bro.
Is that a cut when I show you?
No, it ain't no cut.
So then why you asking me, nigga?
Because you a clown.
Yeah, you fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah, I know.
See, this is what I'm saying, bro. This the problem with you Hebrews, bro.
That's why you here.
This the problem with you
no
niggas.
Sources.
You ain't got no goddamn
sources.
points
I mean, you
that
can
you
cry, you can complain all you want. That shit ain't gonna work over here. It ain't gonna work over here, clown.
Okay, so if
source up, go get your information. Stop crying, ranting to my people.
Source up.
Like
what
I said, or shut the fuck up. You got an option, bro. It's either source up or shut the fuck up. Period. That's what it is. It's always like that.
I respect
it's always
man.
Like that. I know you gonna have to,
but it's just you gotta.
So now y'all see. So now y'all see right here, family. So now y'all see, right? Now y'all see. When I invite people over, when we invite people over, it's not about having a pissing contest. Who can piss the furthest? No, that's not what we do here. Everything here is done for edification of everybody that's watching, everybody that's gonna watch later on. When you have people coming on here that don't want to bring not one source, don't want to show you the information, right? Like, for example, right? Let me do this. Now, I'm going to go here for this brother, right?
Here, bro. I'm going to send you a source, bro, because you doing this is getting out of hand, bro, because this is sad.
This is what it is,
this is
man.
Sad,
this is
bro.
how y'all move, right?
Nah, bro,
this is how y'all move in
here,
your community,
bro.
Right?
Take that here.
This is how y'all move in your community, right? So I'm going to show you something, right? So he say,
take that.
So when I say source up, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about.
What the fuck am I reading?
You say, well, how do you know what calendar they use? Easy. Because I'll go here to our ancient sources, right?
Bro, fuck that
To our
Hebrew
ancient
calendar.
sources, not the interpretation from a clown that call himself a theologian, right? That deals with theology to help him understand the Bible, which is some silly ass shit when you understand. But at the end of the day, this brother Scheme, he can't do this, right? He can't do this. You see my screen, clown. You see it. You
Bro, I
can't do
don't
this.
care about how
I
the
know you
damn
don't care.
Gregorian
This is why I'm.
calendar started.
This is why I'm.
That's what
This
we
is why I'm.
use.
This is why I'm showing
The
you
fuck?
up right now because a clown like you don't care
Hey,
about
bro,
factual
you
information.
ain't proved
Only
that
thing you
these
clown
characters
up. Only thing you
existed that
care
you
about
putting in
is
this
repeating
timeline.
lies. That's
No,
all you
it's
care
not a
about,
lie.
and laughing
It's
at
about
yourself
you
and
proving that
joking
they
with yourself,
existed to
playing
even put
games
them
with
in a
yourself as
timeline.
if you're a kid. Like,
Hey,
come
yo,
on, brother.
when? Hey,
So
yo,
look,
yo,
check
yo,
this
yo,
out.
yo.
Check
When
this
did
out. Ain't no
unicorns
yo
exist?
nothing, right?
Yeah, when did
So like I
unicorns
said, right
exist?
here,
Give me
right?
a date for
You see this right
unicorns.
here? The
Give me a
ancient
date
Dead
for
Sea
unicorns.
Scrolls calendars
Exactly.
of the prophetic revealed
Ain't
as
no
it
dates
revealed.
for these
So look,
mythological
this is what we
characters.
talking about right here, fam. This is what we talking about.
No
This is
dates.
this
No
is how we get
dates.
real
No
understanding
dates.
of what the calendar is,
You
according
got
to
no
our
dates.
sources, according to our understanding, according to our science.
Show me some
Not some made up
dates.
shit, not some made up information.
Okay, pull
not
up
some
some
shit
dates.
that people think about and don't have nothing to back it up with.
Pull up the
You know what I'm saying? Like this clown right here, just running his mouth.
Yeah, this nigga,
Yeah,
man.
just running his mouth. That's all he
That's
got.
you. You
This
ain't
is what
showing
we
me no
got right
damn
here, fam.
dates for
This is
Adam,
what we got right here,
Abraham.
fam. Right here.
What the fuck?
Right
Like,
here. You see what I'm saying? That's what clowns do. That's what ignorant people do. They run to talk about dates when they don't have nothing to prove. Like,
what? You
don't
gotta
have
prove
nothing
that
to
these
prove.
niggas
See,
exist.
you cannot go by any type of dates, right? Because they don't go by the same they didn't have the Gregorian calendar back then. They didn't have it. So you can't use this dating system to try and
Okay,
count
but that's
the
what we
dates
use
back
now.
then.
So
No, dumbass, you can't do it. It's impossible, stupid ass nigga.
okay, what?
But
Okay,
your dumb ass
okay,
want to
okay.
keep on
Guess
repeating
what?
what
You
these
know
dumb
what else is
motherfuckers keep
impossible?
telling you, stupid. But anyway,
What
we
the
gonna keep
fuck, bro?
showing
You gotta
this
prove that
information,
shit's
nigga.
real
Where's your sources, my
to
nigga?
even
Where's your
bring it
sources?
up in
All that you
context.
talking, I don't
You
even
gotta
want to
prove
hear,
that
brother.
shit is
Where's your
real.
sources at, Skim?
You ain't
I
proved that
just
the
showed you a
events or the
source.
characters is
I
real.
just showed you a source on how you count the ancient times, dumbass nigga. Where's yours? From Finklstine, nigga.
Yeah, this shit's sad, bro.
Yeah.
He said, I just
Yeah.
showed you a source of how we count the ancient
Israel
times.
Finklstine,
What,
he didn't
bro?
show me
Your
nothing from
calendar
Israel
is...
Finklstine.
So
He didn't show
all
me
you
nothing
want me
from
to do
Israel
is pull up
Finklstine.
a
He didn't
source.
show me nothing
So what you want me
from
to do?
Israel
Pull up a
Finklstine.
source
He
shitting
didn't
on your
bring out
damn
not
Hebrew
one
calendar.
chapter. He didn't bring out not one verse, right? He didn't bring out
Bro, I
nothing.
dropped that link in the
So
chat, bro.
this clown wants me
Relax.
to show him something after he come to my show and don't source up.
I just dropped the
He
link,
want me
bro.
to break
That's
down
talking
my
about
source.
the damn site.
He want me to break down my source for him.
Hey, yo, pull up my source, bro. Pull up my source.
Concerning the date system, right? Concerning the date system that Israel Finklstine has no motherfucking understanding of. But yet and still, he's talking about something that's 300 something years off the information.
That shit fake.
According to a dumbass clown like these
that
two
shit fake.
idiots, man.
That shit fake.
You're a clown. I know Israel Finklstine is fake as fuck.
Oh, your damn,
just like
all
you.
your damn
just
dates
like you,
is
bro.
fake,
just
nigga.
Like
Your damn dates.
Yeah, man, you a clown, brother. Yeah.
All right.
You've been exposed, Scheme.
Yeah, I know.
You've been exposed.
Finklstine.
Yeah, Finklstine. What?
Finklstine's the
What?
devil.
What about
I know. Who
what
gives
about
a fuck? The
Where's
white
his
man's a
information at,
devil.
clown?
Who gives a
Where's
fuck?
it? Stop repeating them, then, Scheme.
Yeah, I'm just
Stop
mocking your
repeating
ass.
they dumbass, Scheme.
You niggas use
Don't
white
be a
niggas and then
dumbass
turn
like
around
them,
and be
Scheme.
like, you using
How about
white
that?
niggas?
Don't repeat dumbass, ignorant individual, Scheme, and then you won't be one.
I mean, you gotta show me how he's ignorant.
I mean,
other
you
than
showing me how
talking
he's
about
ignorant
he
because
don't
you
have
ain't showing me no
knowledge of the
information.
Hebrew
Only thing
calendar.
you doing is repeating this information that you can't prove.
Let me ask
That's
you
dumb
something,
shit.
man.
That's
Let me ask
ignorant
you
as
something.
fuck.
What are you talking about, bro?
Exactly.
I literally use
No
this
comprehension
nigga as
skills,
many.
Scheme. But yet and still,
What?
you understand what the fuck this clown
I'm
is
trying to
talking
figure
about.
out.
You
Yeah,
a
I'm
clown.
trying to figure
you a
out
clown,
what's your point.
You a clown. That's my point. You have no information. That's my point.
Okay, and you believe
You brought no
in
information in a whole
mythological
39
characters.
minutes of me being on live. You brought nothing, clown.
I dropped the link, bro.
What
you
link?
Put it up.
What
it's
link?
In the private chat.
What private chat?
Yeah, you so fraud. Just lay off that shit, bro. Lay off that shit. It's
what
in the private.
Chat?
Look in the chat, bro. Look in the chat.
Oh, PBS?
Yeah, pull that up. Yeah, pull it up.
PBS?
Yeah, bro. It don't matter if it's BBC, PBS.
Oh, yeah, we're going to PBS, fam. We about to go
Bro,
to PBS and
read
watch
what
a
the
video.
fuck they said.
And
No,
watch
it
a
ain't no
video.
damn video.
What paragraph? Silly
Bro,
ass nigga.
don't matter, bro. You just
What
read.
paragraph, silly ass nigga, am I going to?
This nigga, bro.
Yeah,
Hold
dumbass
on, let me
nigga
go
ain't
back
even
to this
read the
shit.
information.
I
This
did,
dumbass
bro.
nigga ain't
Shit.
read the
All I need to know that
This
it was
dumbass
about
nigga
Israel
ain't read the
Finkelstein
information, but
at
yet
the
and still
sites
he
of
got me at
Megiddo.
a whole site
Go ahead, bro.
looking at some dumb shit, but this dumbass nigga ain't read the information.
Bro, yeah,
Stupid
because
ass
this shit's
nigga.
easy, bro. Why the
Shut the
fuck would
fuck
I
up,
read
nigga.
this
Read
whole
the
shit if it's
information. What the fuck is
proving
we
my
talking
point?
about? What's your point then,
Bro, it's
nigga? Prove it.
proving my point.
Well,
That
then
the
read it
damn
then, nigga.
site is
It's
not
right here.
by
It's right here on the
Solomon, you
board.
stupid
It's right here on.
fuck.
It's right here.
What's
Where
wrong
we
with this
starting at,
nigga?
nigga? Where we starting at, dumb nigga?
Yeah, bro. This shit crazy.
Where we starting at, dumbass nigga? Where's that?
All right. Hold on.
It's on the screen.
All right, Dr.
Everybody can read
Finkelstein.
it. Where we starting at?
Listen. Go down to the picture of the white nigga with glasses.
This nigga going to a picture. I said, "What we reading at?" This nigga said,
Go down to the picture, and I'll tell you. And it's right there where it say Dr. Wood, Severson, Dr. Finkelstein. Go down. You see the white nigga with glasses?
Read it, nigga.
Ah, shit. I ain't looking at your damn screen.
Nigga, read it on your motherfucking phone.
Yeah.
Nigga, what you looking at, nigga?
Shit, Tanya as fuck. Fuck that
Nigga,
shit. I'm about to pull it up on my
nigga,
shit.
That's your shit, nigga.
So
read
now,
that
listen,
shit,
family.
read
So
this
now we
dumbass
starting
shit.
off.
Make your point.
Anyways, Dr. Finkelstein. We're gonna start off with him. Nah, fuck it. We start Severson. But that is exactly what Israel Finkelstein and his associates are claiming. That archaeology does not support the Bible's description of David and Solomon as great kings. Dr. Finkelstein, the Bible says not only that Solomon was a great king, the Bible also says that Solomon built at Megiddo.
Wait a minute.
So
Wait a minute. Hold on, family. Hold on. This is where he started at, Dr. Wood. Well, I think, right? My bad. He started at Servicing. My bad. That's where he started at. But that is hold on. We can't even do that. We can't just start like that. Let's just read this shit, right? Let's just read this dumbass shit this silly ass nigga got up here, man. Right? Dr. Finklstine. This is the famous Solomonic gate at Megiddo. It has been described
Megiddo,
as one of the manifestation of Solomonic greatness. Look at it. It is beautiful. It is monumental. Here comes his partner. Solomonic refers to King Solomon, son of King David. Without Solomon, the great kingdom builder, and David, who conquered Goliath and the Philistines, Israel might not have survived. But according to this dumbass nigga who we talking to named Scheme, this dumb motherfucker saying Israel Finkelstein don't believe that these people are real. Why in the fuck are they even having this conversation?
He said, "Don't matter if they myth or real.
If they think that they are myth, why in the fuck are they even having a conversation like this?"
He said, "It don't matter if they myth or if you believe that."
Shut up, bro.
He didn't say that. He didn't say
that
they myth, bro.
You didn't want to do this shit anyway.
Shut the hell up.
You didn't want to do this shit anyway.
Hey, read, nigga. What the fuck is you doing?
Look, this is where we at, right? So now, here we go. He says Dr. Brentwood, right? Or Bryant Wood, whatever the fuck his name is. Under David and Solomon, Israel became a political entity. They were already a political entity, stupid fuck, and became a nation similar to the nations around them. But what if David and Solomon were not the great kings they were portrayed? Now he's asking a dumbass question after he just pulled up what supposedly is the gate. The whole reason that he's in Israel digging up is for these very people, but he's saying, what if? And this is a dumbass nigga like Scheme that will sit here and build off of a fucking dumb question from idiots being in the fucking land actually doing the excavation work. Stupid motherfucker. But anyway, how important is it biblically if Solomon and David were not great kings? Dumbass question. Well, I think that would be significant because it would show that the biblical what is that? What word is that, brother? What that say right there?
Exaggerating?
Is that what that say? Or somehow fabricating? Are you sure that's exaggerating?
Oh my god.
Are you sure?
I can't see, nigga, this tiny ass shit.
I'm just making sure you read along with me, dog. Exaggerating or somehow fabricating the greatness of these individuals. Servicing. But that is exactly what Israel Finkelstein and his associates are claiming. He's claiming that they're not real, fam. But he's in the land excavating and finding these findings.
Biblical
And
scholars
then
deemed the
for him
gates
to
to
say,
Solomon before him.
hold on. We're reading they're going back and forth talking about this excavation, right? This is what we're reading from PBS, out of all motherfucking places.
It don't matter.
I know it don't matter. Yeah, people like you, nothing matters.
It's straight from the horse's mouth, nigga.
That is exactly what Israel Finkelstein and his associates are claiming. The archaeological does not support the biblical description of David and Solomon as great kings. How is something that's buried that you haven't even unearthed all the way completely does not show their greatness? Yeah. All right.
You heard him, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, argue them, nigga.
Yeah,
not
I know.
me, nigga.
Yeah,
nigga.
I heard it.
Yeah, nigga.
I heard it. That's your point? Is that your point?
Go keep reading though. Keep reading. No. Keep reading.
Yeah, I know. Man, family, did y'all hear this dumbass shit?
Hey man, come on.
This was his dagger right here.
No, it wasn't, bro. That was a joke.
Dr. Finkelstein. The Bible says not only that Solomon was a great king, the Bible also says that Solomon built Megiddo. So
Megiddo.
No, it's not Megiddo, brother. It's not. It's Megiddo.
It is Megiddo.
It's not, brother.
Yes, it is.
You sounded like the white man, brother. It's not.
It's not Megiddo. Why you keep saying it wrong?
Because, man, I want to say it that way, bro. So people in the past, all right. So people in the past took this gate not only as a manifestation of Solomon's greatness, but also as an example of what he did at Megiddo. However, it does not date the time of Solomon. All right. So he says, don't date the time of Solomon.
Well, what more?
He's about to tell us, right? He's about to tell us, right? Why it don't, right?
Okay, go ahead.
He's not just gonna tell us that it don't. He's gonna get down
into goody. Something I could have did.
Okay. You are saying this is really not Solomon's gate? No, this is definitely not Solomon's gate.
Damn.
Along with his research, Finkelstein says radiocarbon dating.
Yeah, nigga. Listen to him.
This reliable for dating antiquities proves that the gate was actually built as much as 200 years after the time of Solomon, which the Bible places at 1000 BC.
Nigga, I said 1 century. It was 2 centuries, nigga.
There is no archaeological evidence says that supports the biblical depiction, of the greatness of Solomon or David. Oh,
you're dead.
Yeah,
you're dead. You're dead, nigga. I said 1 century. It was 2.
Is this it?
Keep reading, please, okay, bro. Okay. You're just digging your hole.
Yes, I am. And Dr. Finkelstein, he was a tribal chieftain. Yes, that is correct. And David too, in my opinion, as far as I can judge.
You over here having
wait, this is what he said after all of that. He was a tribal chieftain. Yes, that is correct. And David too, in my opinion. I told y'all, fam, this motherfucker is this nigga's master teacher, yo. This nigga's taking opinions as facts.
Bro.
This nigga's taking opinions as facts. Again,
he's being nice.
So again, we go up here. We go back up here, right? We go back up here, right?
It's called being nice.
Look. We go back up here. This nigga talking about radiocarbon dating. Radiocarbon dating. How does that work? Explain to us how that works.
Radiocarbon dating?
Look it up real quick so you can get an understanding because you don't know, nigga.
What's wrong with this nigga, y'all?
Well, then tell us what it mean then without looking it up then, nigga.
I don't know, bro. I just know they use that to date the pyramids.
So at the end of the day, family.
Shut up. Hey, yo.
Family. No. We're not about to have that, bro. We're not about to, you don't know.
Go
You
ahead,
don't
bro.
know.
This shit
So
sad.
stop answering shit that you don't know, dog.
Hey, yo, I can tell you
So now
what I
this
do
man,
know of it.
so what this clown just did, family, was I just read this information, and without this dude having any type of comprehension of what the fuck I just read about this so-called carbon
Bro,
dating
what?
and these dates, right? About
Nigga,
Solomon's supposed to be years off and all that. This motherfucker don't even know how he got to these years. He don't even know how they even came up to be 1000 BC according to the way they count. Let me ask you this, Mr. Repetitive, repeating every motherfucking thing the
man,
pale skin say.
that's a fallacy.
Let
That
me
don't
ask
got
you
nothing to
this.
do with the
Yeah, I know you
information
don't.
being correct.
I know
So
you don't
move
have nothing to
on.
do, but why the
Just
fuck are
because
you
I don't
repeating
know
the
no
incorrect
goddamn
information then?
how
Why
to
in the
do
fuck are you
you don't
repeating
know
the
how
dumb
to do
information then,
DNA
dude?
analysis. You
If
don't know
you
how to
don't
do
fucking know
bone
about how this
analysis.
shit works, don't repeat the dumb information.
Hey,
It makes you an
you
idiot,
don't got
brother.
no bones for none of
It
these
makes
niggas.
you an
So
idiot,
you don't
bro.
know what
It makes
DNA
you an
bone
idiot, brother.
analysis. So
It
therefore, I
makes
could
you an
just
idiot,
scrutinize you
brother.
on that.
There's no
But if
DNA bones in this
like
paragraph.
I'm
Okay.
making a
Okay.
point,
So no,
nigga.
you're not making a point, nigga. There's no DNA information spoken about in this
Nigga,
fucking
you
paragraph,
don't know how the
right?
fuck carbon
There's no
dating works,
information
so
about
you
DNA
keep it
spoken
moving.
about in this fucking paragraph that this idiot is trying to say DNA is being spoken about.
No, nigga, I
No,
didn't
nigga.
say that. I
So
didn't
look,
say that.
check
I
this
didn't
out.
say that.
You don't understand how this
I didn't
idiot
say that, bro. I made an
Finklstine is
example,
even
nigga.
talking about radiocarbon dating, even having it even to equate to the 200 years after the time of Solomon. This dumb motherfucker don't even understand how the carbon dating don't even make sense when it talks about the dating system that was used 200,000 years ago. This motherfucker is retarded. And then he goes and repeats the dumb shit that Finkelstein repeats, not understanding it.
Yeah, I don't know, brother, but all I know is I
Man,
deal with
don't never pull up no source that you haven't
stratigraphy.
thoroughly went through
So,
and check for yourself. Scheme.
bro,
Don't be
I
an
know what
idiot all your life,
stratigraphy
yo.
is, and the
Don't be an
stratigraphy don't
idiot
add
all
up.
your life, yo. All right.
Brother,
It's
do
not
you
a
know
good
what
look.
stratigraphy is?
It's not a good look.
Do you know what stratigraphy
It
is?
is not a good look. Don't do that to yourself ever
Do you
again.
know what stratigraphy is?
Don't ever do that to yourself ever again, bro. This shit
Bro,
right here.
like, I don't get you Hebrews, bro.
This shit right here is ridiculous, brother.
What's the point out of saying all that filibuster to say what? That the information is wrong?
You false, brother.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You
what I
false
thought, nigga.
for
Yeah,
even
that's what I
bringing that
thought, nigga.
information that you
Exactly.
have
Yeah,
never
you
read,
can't refute it
right?
though.
He
You
never
can't
read it,
refute it.
right?
Never read.
So he didn't read the information, because if he read the information, he definitely wouldn't have told me to go to that and bring it to us as if it's going to be something that's so mind-boggling and so eye-opening. So now we done learned something new from a fucking Jew. Like, this brother here then went as far as learning from the very things that tried to take his identity, and then come to us repeating that dumbass shit that he don't
Not a Hebrew.
understand. Brother, I didn't say you was. You can't be a language scheme.
I'm
So
not no damn
don't say that
Jew,
dumb
Hebrew,
shit.
Israelite, none of that.
Don't say that dumb shit, brother. Like,
I
we
don't
don't
care
care.
what three
We don't
names
care
you
what you are,
use.
yo. We don't care what you are.
Stop.
We don't care what you are. We don't. You don't know what you are. That's a fact. You have no history. You have no language that you can tap into. You have no sources that none of your ancestors that you can say, oh, my ancestor is this person. You can't do that.
Did my
You
ancestry.
can't do that.
Did my ancestry. It say I'm 69% Hebrew.
No, it don't. It
It
don't.
do.
DNA would never tell you your language, dumbass nigga.
Tell you I'm 69% Hebrew. It say Hebrew/Jew on ancestry. It say Hebrew/Jew.
I mean, this is what we get from these
Nigga, we
unintelligent
get no
individuals.
scholarship from you
We
Hebrews.
get
Nigga, step
no
up your
information
scholarship.
from these unintelligent individuals, fam.
Step
This
up your
this
scholarship,
motherfucker
Hebrews.
went to
Get up out the Bible.
PBS,
Shit,
fam. He went to PBS, fam.
nigga.
This was his
You
source.
begged me for a source
This was
talking
his
about
source.
Finklstine so
PBS.
bad.
PBS was his source. He couldn't even go to his master teacher's books, but yet and still he's repeating
How the fuck I'm gonna pull
shit
up
he don't understand.
what
Right?
the fuck,
He
bro?
don't even understand his master teacher, as he just proved in the radiocarbon information that he tried to bring to talk about dates. If you ask this idiot about dates and how he even come up with dates, this dumb motherfucker is gonna say, "Oh, the same calendar system we use today." Stupid motherfucker. But this is what I'm talking about, though. This is the shit that we got to deal with from agnostics, motherfuckers that don't have no foundation. They all over the place. Things that don't look like them is their master teacher. They can't tap into nothing ancient. Only thing they can do is repeat what other dumb, non-intelligent individuals say. That's it. PBS, fam. PBS? Yo.
Yeah, I think you losing your mind.
PBS, fam. No,
Bro,
this
you
is
do
what,
realize
this is what we call
what
this
you
is what
read, right?
this is what we call a source right here.
Hey, yo, what you
Opinions,
read? Was it wrong?
opinions, they make sense. Okay, that's fine. Opinions make sense. That's fine. But look, let me show you what don't make sense, right? Let me show you what don't make sense.
I'm trying to figure out if the information you read was incorrect.
Oh, it is incorrect, dumbass
So
nigga.
prove it, nigga.
I just told you. Radiocarbon, nigga. The radiocarbon, I just told you. The dating system. The dating system that these clowns are using.
You going back to that damn Hebrew calendar?
You can't talk if you can't talk about the Hebrew history.
Bro.
How can you talk about Hebrew archaeology?
What is Hebrew? I thought Hebrew was a language.
It is. It is. It's what our. It's
what
what
the
our
fuck is going
is.
on? You keep
it's what
switching
our
out these damn
is.
3 words.
It's what our
Israelite,
information
Hebrew, Jew.
If our information, right, that's in our language, it's in Hebrew, right? It's not actually us as Israel. It's not. You're not gonna say the language is Israel, dumb fuck. You're gonna say it's the Hebrew language, dumbass nigga. That's
so
what
y'all are Hebrews. Why do y'all refer to yourselves as Hebrews, dumb nigga?
So, like I was saying, right?
Exactly.
Let me. So, like I was saying, when you talk about this biblical information, you have to go to the calendar count system, the counting system, the number system that we use then to count our years and to understand where we are in the biblical time as far as the years go. You can't use a Gregorian calendar to come up with any radiocarbon dating, dumb motherfucker, to bring up any information from 1000 BC. You stupid fuck. It's very simple. I don't have to show any information to debunk what the fuck is right here in the paragraph. But you don't comprehend
no
that.
Scholarship.
Shut up, idiot.
No
exactly.
Scholarship.
Get yourself out, idiot. You don't have no comprehension. That's why you don't understand what I'm saying. That's why you don't understand the information that came from the source that you pulled. I'm just saying, man, if that makes sense to y'all, so be it. That's cool. But this dumbass nigga don't understand nothing that he brought as far as the source that he presented. The source that he didn't even read until I showed it on a damn screen.
And still cooked you with it. Damn, how you do that?
Man? You an idiot, bro.
I'm trying to figure out if the information was wrong. You keep saying, yeah,
I just
but
told your dumbass,
I mean,
I'm not
you
going
off of a theory. You going
again,
off of a theory.
But again, you don't
that's
even
your
understand.
theory. That's
no,
your
that's,
opinion.
That's a fact, nigga.
That's an opinion.
That's a fact. You just went off of opinion.
That's your opinion.
You just went off of somebody else's opinion.
You getting caught up in his last sentence.
I went by facts.
What the fuck?
I went by facts, Scheme.
Who gives a fuck if he said if
I
it's
went by
real
facts,
or not?
Scheme. You went by opinion.
He's being nice.
You went by opinion, Scheme.
That's not opinion.
Yeah, that's opinion.
His last sentence
Prove it's not opinion.
Cover his
Prove
whole
it's not opinion, dumbass.
Article.
Prove it's not an opinion. After
okay,
he just said it's an opinion. After
okay,
he just said it out of his own mouth, it's an opinion.
Slow down, bro.
Prove it's not an opinion after he just said it is.
All right. What part was you at?
You don't gotta believe me. You ain't gotta believe me. I don't want you to believe me, Damar. Believe the source, nigga.
You heard it. Hey, what? You got some people in the chat disagreeing with you?
Hold on. Believe this source, right?
Oh, you got some people in the chat disagreeing with you?
Believe this source. Believe this source right here. This opinionated source right here, right? After he just tell you that it's an opinion.
I don't even see where that's at. I can't find that part, bro. Right? Oh, I see it. Right? He was a dude.
Where he all say it's all an opinion. But at the end of the day, I don't have I'm showing you right here what I'm talking about. You cannot come up with any of these dates. Proves that the gate was actually built as much as 200 years after the time. He can't come up with 200 years of anything using Gregorian calendar dating systems. That's just a fact. You have to use the system that was being used to actually date all of this information. The information that they actually digging up, they have to use that dating system to count the years. You can't use a system that don't even use the same number of years in a days in a year. You can't count. The count is off. That's
Bro,
logical. That's common sense. That's 1 + 1.
when is there
You don't
numbers
understand that.
attached
I
to
don't even understand
fucking?
what you're talking about.
You're
This
trying to say
idiot
that
just
there's
brought this
numbers.
information when he didn't comprehend what the fuck he
Stop.
brought to the table.
The
It's
dating
just that
system
simple.
shouldn't.
It is just that simple. You can't bring information that you can't comprehend. When I asked this brother to break it down and to show me how the radiocarbon dating works, he can't do it. I'm almost.
Brother, let me say
Can't do it.
something, bro.
No, we're not. No, I'm not about to let you feel a
Because
buster.
there's another
nothing.
point with.
I'm not about to let you feel a
It's
buster.
another point with the gates.
No, it's not. It's no. You're not bringing out nothing, homie. Like what I'm showing you right here. You're trying to avoid the information at hand, the topic, right? What we're talking about is dating systems. What we're talking about is getting to the nitty-gritty of this information of his so-called archaeological evidence. The information where he says it's 200 years after King Solomon. Tell me how he came up with that 200 years right now. That's what you need to do.
Bro.
If you understand this source that you brought out, if you understand this information, if you understand what this conversation that these people are having amongst themselves, after Dr. Finklstine just told you, in my opinion, about all of this information, show me how he came up with the dating system. Show us how he came up with the dating system, since you understand what the fuck you brought to the table.
All right, well, I understand stratigraphy, and I know that he used stratigraphy to date about the rocks and bullshit that's on the site to get to the specific years that he got to due to stratigraphy. I don't know about what you speaking of, that shit. So
yeah, I know. Exactly.
So,
like
yeah.
I said, family.
Well, I mean, that's something you don't
This
know
is what
about.
we-
I
this
just
is what
spoke
we
on
deal
something
with.
you don't know.
Nah, you're not
You don't know
speaking
what
on anything.
stratigraphy is. That's
Bruh.
dating. That's dating of rocks
Bruh,
and
listen,
minerals and shit.
you can't date rocks, stupid ass nigga.
It's soil. It's the
You
shit that's
can't date
around the
rocks, stupid
site,
ass
nigga.
You can date soil,
Bro, you
dumbass
sound
nigga,
dumb,
but you
bro.
can't date rocks, dumbass nigga.
Bro, you getting caught up in words too
Yeah,
much,
bro.
bro.
You can't date rocks. You
Okay,
keep
well,
repeating,
I just
you
broke
keep
down what
repeating dumb shit.
stratigraphy was.
You keep repeating dumb shit.
I
You
wasn't
can't date
reading
rocks.
off nothing when I
You
just
can't
said
repeat rocks.
stratigraphy.
You can't date rocks, dummy.
Bro, stop saying that, bro.
No, you
Because
can't
I
repeat
said
rocks, dummy.
because
You can't date
you're
rocks.
supposed to debate.
can't
You're
date
supposed
rocks,
to
dummy.
date the shit that's
You
around
can't
the
date
site.
rocks, dummy.
Stop saying that, bro. You sound
You
dumb,
can't date
bro.
rocks, dummy.
Okay, what you want, a cookie, nigga?
No, I'm just telling you. You keep
Okay,
repeating dumb
move
shit.
on,
Stop
nigga.
repeating
What the
dumb
fuck?
shit then.
That's not repeating nothing,
That's
nigga.
repeating dumbass science, homie.
Bro, what? So are you arguing with stratigraphy? Like,
No,
what are
I'm
you
arguing
saying?
with your dumbass. Keep repeating that shit. That's what I'm arguing with. Silly ass nigga on here repeating that stupid ass shit, man. Nobody want to hear nothing about no stuff. Shit that you can't even fucking date. You can't date rocks. Silly ass shit, man. It's like, what are you talking about? Nigga, that's not dating a rock, stupid. You talking about sentiment. That's not the actual rock. Like, man, what's wrong with these dudes, man? Like jump on, homie. Like, hold on. Let this brother come on and prove this man's point. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Come on up. Come on up, brother. I'm gonna mute out so you can show the family that they can date rocks. Let's show the family that they can date rocks. Let's do that. DeMar, let's go. You got it. You got the flow. You got the flow. I didn't kick nothing off. I don't have to kick you off. Kick you off for what? Stop playing with yourself. Left on your own. No need for me to kick nobody off. But Judah, but you know these brothers is too they too intelligent. You know what I'm saying? They got it all. They understand. So he about to Damar's about to show us how you count,
Well, no, I'm
how
not
you
saying
date
you can
rocks.
date. I'm not saying
He
you
about
can
to show
date
us how
rocks,
you date rocks, bro.
but you can date the sediment around the rocks.
But that's not what we was talking about. He didn't say
Well,
nothing
I mean,
about.
well, he never said
Wasn't
that.
talking
Whatever.
about. He wasn't talking about dating sediment
Well, he
around the
never
rock.
said
What he
never
said
said
was
you could date
you
a
can
rock
date the
though.
rocks from carbon dating. That's what
No,
he
he
said.
never. I think you misinterpreted what he said. He actually never said you could date rocks. He actually said sediment, but you kind of was talking over him, so you didn't hear it. That's why I was coming. No, I ain't got no dog in the fight. I just heard it, the conversation, so I'll comment on the conversation. So he
So
did actually say that.
okay, so right here, right? You can see the screen, can't you? You
Go
can see the
ahead.
screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, explain that to us, bro. Because that's what he was trying to. That's what he was trying to say about dating rocks and shit, and how this is how.
I'm just saying, what problem do you have? Well, I'm saying he asked for. I say I don't have a dog in the fight. This y'all debate. So
Yeah.
what I would ask is, do you have any source to have any discrepancy against carbon dating? Because I mean, carbon dating is proven to be real. So my thing would be, if
Proven by
carbon
who?
date, if carbon through science with all races through science. Period.
That's okay.
Science is not
Look,
just the
let me
white
show you.
man's
Let me
thing or
show you.
anything.
So you've done the
What I
research
would
on carbon dating, right?
right. So what I would say is, if you have something to disprove carbon dating, then bring that forward like he asked. That's all I say.
Yeah. So ooh, excuse me. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
This is a process of carbon dating. And this process that you say right here, bone clean, small sample taken and grounded into smaller pieces, further treatment, weak acid added, etc., freeze dried, series of chemical reactions to convert all carbon atoms present into benzene, formation of benzene. All of this gives you a date, brother.
Well, so what does that disprove?
I'm
asking.
asking you a simple
That
question.
just no.
According to your logic and your understanding, all of this process gives them a solid date on history.
Well, according to what I'm saying, they're just showing you the process of
Yeah.
carbon dating, so you
So
get to
that's not what I
disprove
asked
anything.
you, brother. I'm asking you: is this what is according to your understanding? This is what proves
That's
date,
that's the process of carbon dating. So
and
I mean,
it proves it as a fact, right?
that's the process of carbon dating.
And it proves it as a fact, right? That's the whole purpose of the conversation. We're trying to get an understanding of what the fuck.
Right. That's the process of carbon dating. I mean,
And according to your understanding, that proves
the
dating.
process.
That proves dating as a fact.
Yeah, we can say that. So to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't.
So what, the other brother dropped off or something? Because I mean, this ain't my debate.
But I'm just saying, though, bro.
Entertaining the conversation.
Like me personally,
but I asked for you to disprove carbon dating. You ain't did that yet. So
what you mean?
I was just waiting to see that.
This right here.
I
don't have to disprove. I don't have to disprove what's right here.
Carbon dating process. That's the carbon dating process. That's what I'm saying. You ain't disproving that carbon dating works.
This process does not prove a dating system, bro. Just because they say it do, and just because they gave you all of these,
that doesn't disprove anything either, though, bro.
But
that's all I'm saying. Like, you understand that, right?
Say whatever you want to say, right? You can agree with whatever disagree with. But this right here,
saying you are. I'm saying
this,
you doing the same thing because you ain't disproved nothing yet.
I mean, the information itself disproves it. I mean,
Nah. I mean, you can't say that. Me and
I
you have
can't
never
say that
been. I'm just
because
saying,
this is what I do know.
me and you
This is
have
what I do
both
know
never been in the lab.
when it comes down to understanding DNA, right? You can't clean the bone, bro. When it comes, and then this ain't even talking about DNA. This is talking about strictly dating. We ain't talking about going back to try and find where it come from. We talking about finding the year that this shit happened. That's what this process supposedly is doing for you.
Well, like
And
I said,
according to you, because this science don't come from us. Like we never had
scientists
no
aren't all white.
we never had no ancient
Scientists
process
aren't all white,
to
bro.
bring up. We never had no ancient process
You
to
gotta
look
stop
at
acting like
rocks.
that.
Right? We never even had a thought process to even look at no damn rock and say, well, you know what? I wonder if this was about 1,000 years ago. You know how stupid that shit is?
You know, scientists aren't all white, right?
Listen, bro. I mean, listen, bro.
Like
This
if
right here,
you
this
really
right
feel
here,
like they are, then
this
we
right.
might need
Listen,
some
bro.
Israelite science. We might need to think about
You
that.
can say whatever you want to say. You can.
No, I mean I'm
You
just being
can
for
do
real,
all that all
because
you want, bro.
I'm
But
just
to
saying we
me,
got
what I'm saying to
black
you is this
scientists.
right here. When we
Like,
talk about
and
comparing
it's
their
an
science
insult. It's an
to our
insult for you to
ancient
act like we
ancestor
don't have them.
science, this don't even match up. Because I like to compare
ancient?
science, right?
What else?
I like
All
to
right, what
compare
else?
science. I don't like to just take science just because I'm in a certain era and then say this science right here trumps everything that came before it. I don't move like that,
It's
and
a
I don't think
predecessor.
like that. So
I
now,
don't
when I
think like
look at
this.
this
It's a
particular type of
predecessor.
science right
It's a
here,
predecessor.
I look at it like this. I say, well, look, now I have this science that I can compare to my ancient science, right?
You learn and you
So
grow
now,
from it.
when I look at this science compared to my ancient science, it don't add up. It don't make no sense.
Nah, you can't say that because
How you
inoculation
gonna tell me how I can't compare?
because
I'm not telling you how you compare. I just
vaccines
say,
came from
look, bro, because
because
you looking at this
vaccines
thing
came
right
from
here as a fact.
inoculation,
You
which
wrong,
came
bro.
from
You can't do that.
Africa.
You can't
That's what
look
I'm
at this
saying.
information
Listen what I said. Listen what I
because
said.
that's not right. You can't do
Listen
that
what
because
I
I'm
said
saying
though,
you
bro.
can't do that.
Come on now,
I
bro.
never said
You
that to
invited
you,
me.
bro.
You invited me on though. You invited
But
me on. Listen
at
what
the
I'm
end of the
saying.
day, you're not gonna overtalk me, though, bro.
Vaccine.
You're not gonna
That's why I be.
overtalk me while I'm talking, though, bro. That's what you're not gonna do,
Well, all right,
right?
my kid's home, bro. I'll
I'm
holler at
just
you
saying,
'cause
though,
you
bro.
ain't trying to have a
Like
conversation.
this is what it is, though, bro. Like that's not gonna happen. So at the end of the day, it's like this, fam. This brother is trying to tell me that their science, I can't compare it to our science. I'm supposed to just take whatever science that they give me and run with that and teach my kids all type of lies and all type of weirdness. I don't understand that thought process. This is what got us in the situation that we're in now, right? Just believing, taking things that they say and running with it, and that's it. Oh yeah, and it's supposed to be a fact. This is supposed to be a fact. All three isotopes of carbon, common C12, rare C13, and radioactive C14, are absorbed by living organisms. That's because we eat food just like the animals eat food, just like the animals, they do what they do, right? And so here, right, what they're trying to say here is that over time the carbon diminishes. 17,000 years. Now, this is not going to be. But do you know what's a fact, though, family? When they bury us in the ground and they don't wrap us like they did mummies, like we go back to the dust from which we came, right? We go back to that same old dust, right? The bones deteriorate in the ground. It goes back to what it was created from. Our bones is coming from the soil. Why wouldn't it return back to the soil? Why would it just, you know what, this bone structure, let me just go ahead and just reserve myself because something else might come along and use me up. Like, this is a thought process of individuals that, you know, think like these individuals, man, like these people. I just don't understand. Like, how are we not comparing our history to what we've been taught? It just don't make no sense. When we talk about things being preserved, right? You can look at petrified beings. Come here. Petrified beings. Inside, go put your shoes on. These beings are preserved. These animals were preserved. Matter of fact, let me show you what I'm talking about. Petrified beings. So when you talk about, make sure my screen is sharing. All right. When you talk about things being preserved, bones, things of that nature, they have to be petrified. They have to be caught in the sediment, right? And the whole skin, right? Like this, for example. No skin. It all went back to the earth. The bones are still there because of how it was preserved, right? How it's preserved.
Look, let's go. Why are you in the dirt? Come on. Didn't I tell you not to get in the dirt?
So now, let's look at some other petrified things, all right? Can't radiocarbon these things. There's no radiocarbon dating these without destroying the fossil itself. Because remember the process of radiocarbon. You got to break down all these different things. You got to clean the bones. You got to clean this. You got to add these chemicals. You got to do all these different things, changing the composition, changing everything, just to try and find a date. Not anything concerning the history of the animal per se, but a date. So finding these fossils, right? These petrified beings, we should be able to look at this and tell when this bird was, according to carbon dating. But again, they would have to destroy this in order to carbon date it back, right? How do you get dates from dust and chemicals? How does that happen? According to science, according to carbon dating. See how fossils are formed. The sediment. An animal is buried by sediment, such as volcano ash or salt, shortly after it dies. Its bones are protected from rotting by the layer of sediment. According to the brother that just jumped on, you can date, or you can count, or you can age rocks by the sediment. You talking about water erosion? You know, as the water recedes, now you can see the layer. Go inside and put your shoes on. Then we got the layers. More sediment layers. Oh. So we got sediment, top of sediment, on top of sediment, on top of sediment. So ain't that what rock's supposed to be made of? Sediment? So if the rock is made of sediment, how is it? How are you dating, or how are you using what is made of to date it? They want me to prove or disprove carbon dating when the system itself disproves itself. He just needed shoes on, shoes and socks on, that's all. Come unlock the door, Zakai. Thank you. Go get your shoes. Go put your hot shoes on. My bad, family. Make sure my kids got their shoes on so they don't be out here with runny nose and all that. So what's not gonna happen, fam, is this. I wasn't coming on here to really prove anything other than these brothers who like to challenge us. They don't have the sources to back up their rants, their complaints. What the brother Skim wanted to do was basically bombard me with a million questions without him having to never stand on nothing. And me being through what I've been through in this walk thus far, I'm not doing that. But what I will do is I will show a sneak peek. Excuse me, y'all. At this source. Concerning our calendar. That's found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So just give me a hot second, fam. It's loading up now. There you go. Man, just go ahead and take care of your fam, bro. You jumped off the panel. You didn't want to be on here because I didn't want to do what you say to do. Like, I don't just listen to secular science. That's what you want to do. That's how you roll with your children. That's how you teach your kids. That's on you. I don't teach mine that way, Damar. Mine get an opportunity to compare and contrast. You understand? Strain out the BS that don't make no sense. Like what you was talking about, like what I just showed. Sediment. But you talking about you can date that? Don't be ignorant, dog. Stop repeating ignorant shit. You can't prove that. I just showed you how you date what you would call rocks. which is petrified, beings, plants, animals. That's how you be able to so-called date something and be able to look at something without destroying it. But you can't destroy anything talking about, oh, I'm about to get this date after you just destroyed it. Like, that's the dumbest thought process on the planet. But again, that's how y'all move. That's how y'all think. So keep thinking that way, brother. That's how you want to teach your kids. That's on you, man. But anyway, you got people with no understanding telling me sources like this don't come from our ancient ancestors, right? The ancient Dead Sea Scroll calendar. And again, when you understand the information that was found, like you see the water erosion, you see now this is how you account rocks scientifically. This is how you account it. This is how you could count, and understand that there was water that was there at a certain point in time, and as it resided, you can see the levels. So you can get a somewhat of a dating system that way. You can count something similar that way. But radiocarbon dating, absolutely insane. But according to DeMar and his imagination, that's how he moved. That's how him and Scheme do things, and that's how they think. Again, it makes no sense, but according to them, it makes sense. But that just lets you know why they comprehend that information that I showed you the way they do. No comprehension at all. But again, this comes from our ancient information. The modern day calendar. Let's tap in to see what that's talking about. What does it say? Calendar history. We should start by studying the common calendar in use today in most of the modern world. It is called the Gregorian Calendar. This calendar was put in the form we have today by Julius Caesar in 46 BC. In the Middle Ages, the Julian calendar became off more than a week because of the way the leap year were calculated. So now they're telling you right here that it's impossible for them to even have a correct count because their years is off, their days is off, jumping from one calendar system to the next, trying to follow an ancient system before any of these calendar systems took place. But yet and still, radiocarbon dating is going to give you the dates way back then, according to DeMar and Scheme. Oh, my bad. And Finklstine and these modern day science and scholars. But they telling me I don't have a source though, loved ones. They telling me that I don't have an ancient source that I can tap into to give me an understanding on how I understand their count is off. It's as simple as this. When you understand that the calendar system that they go by has been changed more than 3 times, that in itself should prove their dating system is off. Their count of any ancient time is off. But again, my source goes against me, according to one that never touched this source, the one that would never even bring a source to a topic of a debate like this, DeMar. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You made the statement. So now it's time for me to address you. So you say I don't have a source to back up and to debunk the lies of Israel Finklstine? Show you how we debunk the BS calendar system. Julius Caesar started his year in the winter. Same as this one, right? The first month of the year is January, which has 31 days. Ain't that the same as this? Ain't that the same as the so-called Gregorian calendar? Can we check? Let's check.
Calendar.
Pull it up. So, by golly. January has 31 days. Same as the Julius Caesar. February. How many days February got? Oh, snap. What did it say? The second month is February with 28 days, except for leap year when it has 29 days. So even when we starting off with this Julius Caesar calendar, which is somewhat similar to what we're dealing with now, it's off. They already missing days and all of that. They even starting a new year in the winter. But I didn't prove nothing. Yeah, I wasn't coming on here to prove nothing. But since, this is the source, and this is what we do, I have no issues with doing it. I just wanted to see if naysayers, clowns, right, actually have something solid that they can stand on instead of a whole bunch of emotions and rants and crying and preaching like that brother just did and like DeMar just tried to do, speaking over me on my own panel, saying the same thing, telling me, oh, I can't compare our modern day science with this wicked ass science today. Like, bro, yeah, all right. Know who you think you're talking to, bro. I don't know what you think this is. It don't work that way. Yeah. So looking at all of these days, let's see how many days that they come up with. According to the Dead Sea Scroll calendar, the year originally started at the spring equinox, and the months did not have names. They were simply numbered 1 through 12. But yet and still, in the Gregorian calendar, and even the same counting system that so-called Israel Finklstine is going off of, and he's supposed to be an authoritative in understanding the so-called archaeological history of Israel. Man, y'all playing games, man. Y'all playing with, man. Y'all playing with. Let's see what I got in the notes. Ezekiel. Hold up. Let's go up. Numbers 29 and 12. And on the 15th day of the 7th month, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work, and ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the 5th day of the 7th month, not a name, right? Like, it should be no Nisan for the first month. Right? Again, Ezekiel 45 and 25. Show it again. In the 7th month, right? Not the name of a month, but in the 7th month, in the 15th day of the month, shall he do the like in the feast of the 7 days, according to the sin offering, according to the burnt offering, and according to the meat offering, and according to the oil. So what I'm showing you and what I'm lining up according to the information, the brother said that this source don't line up with the scriptures. Well, hold up. Because what I just proved is that according to the Dead Sea Scroll calendar, the year originally started in spring, which is a fact, and the months did not have names. I just proved that here. Thank you. Leave that alone. Go get your shoes. And I just proved that here in the scriptures, where we see the months being named by numbers, not by a name, right? So lining up, look like it's lining up so far, right? Where it count. the first month would have just been numbered month 1. Roman historian Titus Livy and Plutarch record the second king of Rome, Numa Polympus Pompilius, ordered the first month to be named after the first Italian king of emperor. The ancient book of Yashar records that the first Italian king was Yannius. That is where we get the name January. So, excuse me, family. So, sourcing up, right? Tapping into those archaeologists who's actually transliterating our Dead Sea Scroll information into English books like this. It's also supported by our ancient ancestors' books like Yashar or Jashir, right? Jashir 74:6, it reads, and in those days died Yannis, king of the children of Kittim, right? Which is where majority of your pale skins come from, Rome. And they buried him in his temple, which he had built for himself in the plain of Canopia, for a residence, a Latinius reigned in his stead. Ancient book of Jashir. So again, fam, we see our ancient ancestors writing and supporting, right, these truths on how, you know, their calendar system came into being, plus how we kept our own calendar count and how we kept our own yearly count, jubilees, so forth and so on. These systems we had, you can see them in the book of Jubilees. You can see them in the book of Jashir. You can also now see them in the Dead Sea Scrolls when we deal with the calendar. They say, Yashar, you ain't got no sources, fam. Let's read. Starting of the months. The spring equinox does not occur in the months of March. Excuse me. The spring equinox does occur in the month of March. So March should be first month of the year. Why then does the equinox occur on March 20th and not on March 1st? At the first glance, it may seem that the beginning of the months are not related to the equinox at all. Each season is 91 days long. Do y'all understand that? It's broke down 30, 30, 30, 31. 30, 30. Wait, excuse me, 30, 30, 31. 4 seasons. Between the start of March, okay, hold on. We come back to that because I don't really want to touch on that just yet. Conclusion. After looking closely at the Gregorian calendar, we can see that before Julius Caesar reformed the old Roman calendar, the original new year was the spring equinox, just as the Dead Sea Scrolls state. Julius changed the start of the month to align with the middle season points instead of the turn of the season. Again, family, you talk about dating, you talk about carbon dating, you talk about how they're able to so-called come up with these false dates. It's just a guess. It's just a guess. The carbon dating process cannot be trusted and should never be trusted, especially by us that have understanding of our ancient science and how our ancient mathematics, our ancient calendar system works. It's important to tap in and to understand this. The luminars have never changed for us when it comes down to the rotation of the moon, the rotation of the sun. Like they go in and out of their gates since the time that he created them. and he set them on their path. They never change. This is a fact. Those lunar laws that's found in the book of Enoch, if I'm not mistaken, in chapter 72, they never change, and they would never change. They're actually set up there in the luminars for us to acknowledge our months, our years, our feast days, our Shabbats. This is why it's important for us to understand each beginning of the month. I'm going to keep on saying it. It's important for us to understand each beginning of the month so that we can keep our counts. Again, let me take you back, right? Take you back to the notes. All right. So here, the notes say, right, in the 7th month, in the 15th day. Understand, in that 7th month, it started with day 1 before it could have got to the 15th day. You understand? In the 7th month, in the 15th day. So again, this is the day after the Shabbat. This is the day, the 15th day after our rest, right? So that means that when the 7th month started, it started with day 1. And we count it as we move throughout each day. This is how we keep up with our years. This is how we keep up with our months. This is how we keep up with our feast days. This is how we keep up with our jubilees. And when you understand this, this is how, if you want to understand our count as far as where we are in years, you have to understand our counting system. You cannot use a Gregorian westernized thought process counting system to try and date something ancient where the science didn't make sense. The science didn't go hand in hand because our ancient ancestors was not teaching a system like this one. So the count cannot make sense. You cannot get no solid count. It's impossible. And let's not just say solid, but let's just say solid and accurate. Get from up under there. So, D-Man, Shalom. I mean, it ain't about believing in the flat earth, bro. It's just about understanding the system that we're in, how the Most High created it. And as I read, you know, what makes sense when he say he spread out, right? When he say he spread out the clouds like a curtain. You know, curtains are used for flat surface, you know, to cover flat situations. Like when I look at my window, that's a flat situation that my curtains cover, right? So when I look at the clouds and he said he covered it like a curtain, that's telling me that he spread that joint out. He didn't say he rounded it or anything like that, right? So, you know, when it come down to it, bro, it's not even about a flat earth or round earth belief. It's just about understanding the true words of Yahweh. Dig? I mean, the flat earth is the flat earth, you know. I don't believe in, if you're asking me, do I accept the science of round, we living on a ball? No, I don't accept that lie, that theory. I don't deal with it at all. Now, this is what's, I want to touch on this right here because I think this is important to bring out since we're sourcing up right now, right? And I got time. You guys got time, I hope. So look, we got modern day Jewish calendar, right? Now, this is how you understand that even Israel Finklstine don't know what the hell he's talking about when he comes down to his so-called dating system, when it comes down to his number system, right? Check it out. Now, we need to compare the Dead Sea Scroll. Excuse me, family. Go inside. Inside. All right. So it says modern Jewish calendar. Now we need to compare the Dead Sea Scroll calendar with the modern day Jewish calendar. The modern Jewish calendar is a luni-solar calendar. And I said that earlier, and you understand that their phases of the moon, their calendar system is off completely. Off completely. We only go by the lunar calendar. We don't have a solar calendar. We don't have a lunisolar calendar, right? You have the Gregorian calendar going off of the solar calendar, which is the sun calendar. And then you have the Jewish doing both. Both is conflating, both is confusion, and both contradicts how we should be keeping our calendar count, right? So let's just get a clear understanding that even when you have people like Israel Finklstine coming with a false information about the so-called digs and archaeological sites of Israel, and they try and give dates and say, oh, well, King Solomon temple was off and the dates is you can't go off of their assumptions. You can't go off their opinions because that's just all it is. Again, you have to understand our ancient counting system in its entirety in order for you to make sense of our time frame when things happen in ancient Israel. You cannot use a lunar solar nor a solar calendar to figure out anything concerning our history. Anything that comes from those type of counting systems is false. It's not about me talking. I'm showing you right here. It's false. You can't do it. You know, you just can't do it. It's based on the solar year, but incorporates the moon phases for its months. This means the calendar year consists of 354 days with a leap month. We have no such thing of a leap month. We never had a leap month, fam. Like our jubilees is one thing, but we never had a leap month. So again, here we go with them manipulating the calendar system, even though they already done changed it up by adding lunar solar, strictly solar, and doing away with the whole luny or lunar, which is our calendar count. So again, their days is off. So anything that they count from that system, trash it. All those dates, trash that. It says this means that the calendar year consists of 354 days with a leap month called Adar 2. Again, we never had names for our months. Our months were named by number, period. No names, numbers only. Again, scriptures prove that by showing us the 15th day of the 7th month, the first day of the 7th month, right? This is how our information is read. It's not the 15th day of Adar. That's not how we read. That's not how our information is. When we understand those simple things, we got to stop repeating the falsehoods and correct what we need to correct so that as we move forward, our family get used to hearing that truth, just like they get used to hearing YAOH, YAOHSHARALITE, right? It becomes a norm. for the fam, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for our truth, our everyday living, right? The heritage that was given to us is practiced and seen daily. So it becomes a way of life. It's not something that we got to even think. It's just, we just do it just because it's just in us, right? Shorter than the modern Gregorian calendar. So look, right? He says, this makes the modern Jewish calendar 10 days shorter than the Dead Sea Scroll calendar and 11 days shorter than the modern Gregorian calendar, right? Again, this right here is proving you cannot take their counting system as a fact or close to it or anything because they're completely off. This means the calendar year consists of 354 days with a leap month called Adar 2, about every 3 years. This makes the modern Jewish calendar 10 days shorter. 10 days. That's a long time when you're talking about years, centuries, right? Decades, things of that nature. We talking about off, completely off, right? And even 11 days shorter than the modern day Gregorian calendar. The modern Jewish calendar New Year starts in the fall. The calendars used by Pharisees in the first century was said to be based on observation. When a committee of priests would spot the crescent moon, they would declare a new month. Fam, again, this is coming from the Dead Sea Scrolls, from our priest, right? That's who the Pharisees was, right? And this is what they's talking about when he's talking about understanding each month. So now that first day of the month, boom, on that sixth day, we on our Shabbat. Again, supported from the Dead Sea Scrolls, our most ancient writings. When Jerusalem temple was destroyed and the nation of YAOHSHARALITE was preserved, various Jewish groups began to have problems keeping the calendar in sync with other Jewish groups. The modern calendar came into being in the 4th century AD, when Rabbi Heli III created the rules governing the current Jewish calendar. These changes to the calendar system moved holy days so they would not fall on Sabbaths and on other similar things. Well, let's just understand this. Everything that these Jews do when they come down to our ancient calendar, when they come down to our ancient holy days, is completely off and false. Everything. It's not one thing that they keep that's a fact and that's true according to our heritage. Not one thing. It's impossible for them to understand our truth and keep our truth. They won't even call upon our powered name. How in the hell are they gonna be able to keep our truth? Why would the Most High even reveal anything of his truth to them when they don't even call on his name? They even changed the name that was given to us, our forefathers, that we supposed to go by, and call themselves Jews. That wasn't appointed by YAOHSHAI. YAOHSHAI called us YAOHSHARALITE, his prince of Israel. So, or Prince of YAOH. So, what are we talking about? How you gonna take what these things say when they don't have no truth in them? They know absolutely nothing about our heritage in no way, fashion, or form. How you gonna follow them? It's crazy. It's crazy. So let me see what I got in the notes. Oh yeah, he did not change anything. The way Yahweh created our Sabbath and gave it to us, it was like that, complete and with no contradiction, nor Sabbaths conflicting with our feast days, according to Leviticus 23, the entire chapter. Absolutely. Right? When we tap into, that particular chapter in itself, it deals strictly with our feast days. Right? It deals with what was given to us by the Most High himself, not only to acknowledge each new month, but also all of our feast days and all of our 52 Shabbats that King David observed. So if you ain't having 52 Sabbaths in a year, your year is off. Period. If you're not having 52 Sabbaths in a year, right, your complete year is off. If your Sabbaths are conflicting with our holy days, our holy feast days, right, our set aside feast days, the Most High allows us to cook on, to prepare food on, right, to engage with one another in fun and praise and worship, all these things. These things are not to be done in a sense like that on our Shabbat. Our Shabbat is our rest, right? It's our rest. It's not to be conducted like a feast day. Never, ever. And there's no conflict with that. You won't find that nowhere in the scriptures where it's a conflict of a Sabbath and a feast day. Never. But when you're moving according to the way that the world or these Jews say we are to keep our Sabbath, which they are days off, 11 days at that, right? And they start their New Year's in the winter, right? They keep their Sabbaths on days that's not ordained by the Most High. Like, nor do they even mention his name. All these things need to be taken into consideration. All of it. So yeah, fam, I just want to tap in just a little bit. I didn't want to take up everybody's time. I was like I say, I was on WhatsApp app or WhatsApp, and the brother had me confused. Somebody tried to tell me, we was in a conversation with Brother Moore when the brother was in the SVDL chat, trolling, doing what he do, thinking that, he can play games with me. Well, we had the conversation. I challenged him. He came through, and you see what he did. He brought Google scholarship to the conversation. He brought an article that he clearly didn't understand from PBS dealing with Israel Finklstine and his false archaeological evidence and information that's backing that when it comes down to dating systems and things of that nature, and even giving his opinion, as he stated, right? It's just his opinion that David wasn't real, that David was just a chieftain. Well, I mean, of course, if he's not of your bloodline, so you're not going to give him that props. You're not going to give him the authority or the acknowledgement that he deserves. You're going to hate on that royalness. You're going to hate on that, that greatness. Like them people don't big up no other nation than people. If they ain't talking about their own people on a high standard, they ain't talking about nobody else like that. Remember, they don't share the top with nobody. If you're not beneath them, then you're a problem. And they trying to get rid of their problems. And we know, as far as their history go, what they do to get rid of their problems, what they do when they come ready to conquer somebody, people. What they do when they come to take over that whole people's history and land. The original people are replaced by them. From the names, the titles, to the raping of our women, bringing forth a whole different nation of people that might have a skin tone of our women, but don't look like our women at all because they come from a certain type of man that's not like us. Thus, you have like you have today, which is your Hispanics, as they call them, the Mexicans, for sure. Descendants of the Spaniards. Do they talk about that in depth? No. Why would they talk about their descendants or their ancestors being the conquistadors? Why would they want that to really be out there like that on a regular basis, knowing the true history of it, what they did and how they did the indigenous and indigenous people here in this land? So yeah, fam, it's a lot that's about to be brought out. It's a lot that's about to be talked about. And it's going to be supported by sources. All right. It's going to be supported by sources. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. You know, I didn't boot the brother off. The brother, he chose to get off the panel on his own. Both of the brothers did. They both had things to do, which is cool. I get it. You know. But hey, anytime y'all come with the felonious information around Yashar, I will challenge you. Right? I will be expecting for you to source up, because trust me, I'm going to stand on all of my ancient sources from the book of Adam and Eve to our new information, our new source that was transliterated by my Akis, you know, Gabaret, a Gabari transliteration. See, my brothers, they did a lot of work. They did a lot of good work to bring out a new transliteration of our information. And for you all that need that information, you know, I'm going to make sure on my next show that I have the link so that I can post it and show it in the chat so that the family can tap in and get that source. You understand? Aki D Man, if you can share the link to where the family can actually tap in and get the source of our language, I definitely hold tight before I shut it down so that the family can actually see the link, and then I can actually post it up. You know what I'm saying? So that we can start getting our families, getting our language back together, right? Getting our proper power back in line, right? And that starts with our language. By them taking our language, it took a lot of power from us. Once we tap back into that power, it's a wrap. You know. That's the thing, right? It's not about who you were or who you are by ancient ancestry. It's about the decision you're gonna make right now in this day and time. If I found out that I was anything other than YAOHSHARALITE, if I found out I was an Asian, right? If I found out that I was a for real 100% European, go put your shoes on. Go put your shoes on. Do you understand that? I told my brothers when I did my DNA test, I said, listen, if it come back that I'm not Israel, whatever it is that I got to do to convert, to follow after Israel and y'all power, so be it. I'm going to do it. Because it's that serious, it's that important to me and my salvation and my soul, right? And even if it wasn't my salvation, at least I can have access to eternal life by being a servant, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High's people during that 1,000-year rest. Like, I'd be willing to do that so that I can get into eternal life, so that I can enjoy, you know, the blessings with y'all as y'all servant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no power. I'm humble enough to say I will have no issues with being Israel's servant if I wasn't Israel. That's just me. You understand? I would lead my family down that path because I care so much for our existence after this. I would not be so prideful to say, well, oh, y'all Israel, well, fuck y'all. Y'all don't like me anyway. No, no, no. Hey, listen, I apologize for my F ups. I apologize for my people F ups. For my forefathers' disobedience and all that they did. I apologize. Like, I'll be trying to make sure y'all understand. Listen, I apologize for that because at the end of the day, what y'all have that's coming, I want access. I want in. Right? Nah, I wouldn't go as far as to be kissing nobody's feet in this day and time and doing all that extra stuff that people be trying to have these other nations of people doing. No, I wouldn't be doing none of that. But at the end of the day, you tell me, you know what I'm saying, you got to get with these law, statutes, and commandments. You can't preach and teach it, but you can sit amongst us and learn. Yo, let's get it. Oh, yeah? Damn, man, my people was fucked up. My people was some real wicked ass individuals, man. And they treated your ancestors like shit, man. And I apologize, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying that just to be playing games. Like, that would be my attitude. That would be how I feel if I was another nation of people. You know what I'm saying? Understanding who Israel is, the Most High people is. Shh. Yo, I'm trying to be on the winning team, yo. You see what I'm saying? So, D-man, hey, brother, man, all praise to the Most High that you rocking with us, man. I pray that the Most High keep you and your loved ones. I ask that he continue to, you know what I'm saying, show you and guide you and walk with you in this down this path of righteousness, and that he have you linked up with his righteous people, fam. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, I feel for all other nations that just don't give a damn about the Most High and can give a damn about his people. But I ain't stupid to be so gullible to where, you know, I'm gonna fall in line with they silly ass. I just feel for them, man. But that's all I can go. I can't do nothing else for them. You know what I mean? I hope that they can get it together. If not, you know what I'm saying? We all got our rewards. But yeah, so I see the brother didn't drop that link. So the next time I come back on, family, I'm gonna definitely have a link for us to tap in with the Gabourey source, because I believe again that we should be supporting each other when it comes down to our own information, our own transliteration of our information, and we move on from. Not really, but he needs some shoes on. I don't have a problem with him being out. They just need some shoes on. All right, loved ones. All praise to the Most High. Shalom. May Yahweh keep us all.